Hello and good afternoon. It is Friday, the 19th of February, and we ended a crazy busy week. And so hopefully you guys, I don't know if you can hear me out there. Let's see. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Oh, maybe you can hear me. I hope you can. Let's see. How can see? Somebody out there who can hear and see. I just want to make sure you guys can hear and see before I go on. Again, this is Gilroy Madrid at Fort Stockton ISD. Yes, Miss Bray, thank you for letting us know you can hear me and see me. First of all, I just want to thank it. We're just doing a short video today, thanking everybody for all the things they did this week in Fort Stockton ISD and our community as well. It was a challenge this week with the weather and the power outages, but people did well, and hopefully it warms up a little bit better today than what we've had all week. The sun always shines on Fort Stockton, as it's shining today a little bit more than normal, so that's great. I also want to shout out to the city and the county and the hospital and the emergency workers and all the people out there in the business world, whether they're a merchant providing food and supplies for people, running the utilities, on the trash trucks and doing all that, working at the hospital, keeping people healthy, the doctor's offices. And then all of you out there who are helping your neighbors. There's plenty of stories out there, people helping their neighbors. And so we do appreciate all the things that people have done all week long. And we thank all our students and our parents for being patient with us and each other. And so it's been trying times, but I think we've come out of it pretty well. And so with that being said, a few weeks ago, we started a campaign to just send out a link to people out there in our community who want to thank some amazing people in our school district. We have quite an amazing people, some amazing people like this week, our maintenance workers and custodians and principals and directors who are out there making sure the buildings are safe and taken care of and are up to working, in our transportation department who are making sure the buses are still ready to go for kids. And so we've had amazing people doing amazing things this week. And so we want to thank them. And so we started this campaign a few weeks ago, actually. And so the whole idea was to thank people for things that they are doing in Fort Stockton ISD, but not just us, but hearing from other people out in the community who are thankful for some of our people, like I said, doing amazing things. And so we're going to start off today with a collection of those people and some comments, and we have some pictures of some of our people up there as well. And so they don't know we're doing this, and so they don't even know who's being I guess acknowledged by doing something good. And it can be a community member, a colleague, a parent, all kinds of things. And so good afternoon, Mrs. Sanchez. Hope you're doing well. Rosemary Sanchez out there. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to you too. So thank you guys. And so I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation. I'm going to read some things and then hopefully we'll just have the end of a good presentation. And so something we've never done before, but we're going to do it today. So let me share my screen. Share my screen. Yes. Okay. Yay. Okay. So Mrs. Subia at the technology department has worked really hard helping me put this together. She's actually done all the work. and she's done a great job with it. And so I'm just going to go through the slides. And I just kind of want to show you, these people don't know this is happening. Nobody really knows this is happening. Of course, Mrs. Subia knows, but I want to show you what we have to offer. So again, this is a campaign. We had a link out to just thank people in our school district. So our first person, Heather Cope. She's an amazing worker and helps her students tremendously. She is also very involved in the academics and sports of Fort Stockton High School. Ms. Cope, thank you very much for your efforts in our schools. And that was done by a community member. Good job, Mrs. Cope. Miss Pam Lawler. Miss Lawler is an amazing teacher. My son is shy and he loves his teacher. He says she helps a lot. She's very nice and she answers all my questions. Thank you, Mrs. Lawler. From a parent. Good job, Miss Lawler. Colette Barragon. She is the all-around A-team teacher. She is helpful, nice, fun, and caring person. She is the best to ever have. The best teacher to ever have. From a student. Good job, Miss Barragon. Appreciate your help. Sydney Urias, always helpful every time I reach out to her. From a parent. Good job, Miss Urias. She's a first-year teacher. She was one of my students in school as well, so good job to Mrs. Urias. Patricia Ramirez, easy to communicate with and always pushing my daughter to the extra mile. Just an awesome teacher. From a parent. Good job, Mrs. Ramirez. Catherine Estrada. Mrs. Estrada is my teaching partner and an amazing mentor. She goes out of her way to ensure that students are learning and continue to develop their skills. We have developed an amazing dynamic team, and I could not be more thankful to have a teacher like her by my side during these hard times. Thank you for everything you do, Mrs. Estrada. You rock. From a colleague. Bridget Kelly. She goes above and beyond to help my child understand and learn. She tries to keep them entertained and makes things interesting for them during this hard time to help this virtual process go smoother, as well as keep me as a parent informed of what is going on and how we can help. She helps us feel less guilty and more comfortable with the decision of keeping our kids virtual, even if it means more work for her. She lets us know she'll gladly help along the way and doesn't hesitate to try her best to clear any questions or concerns we may have about our child's education and their needs as a parent. So good job, Mrs. Bridget Kelly. Ella Gonzalez. She is a caring, loving person, dedicated, inspiring to her students, and very passionate about her job. Coach Gonzalez is an amazing person. From a student. Good job, Coach Gonzalez. Diana Meadows. Taking the time to reach our child during such a difficult time and learning in a different process in such short time. We'd like to thank her for helping our child learn and continue to grow while at home. We understand things can be tricky when they are not in person, but you always try to help us stay at ease and explain what is going on and what ways we can help out our child to keep growing academic-wise and motivate him to keep trying and believing in himself. Good job. Also finding a way to work with us when we are unable to reach certain programs and not giving up on us. Good job, Mrs. Meadows, from a parent. Jamie Vasquez, thank you for taking the time to work with our child through virtual and being patient with them even when things are not going as planned. For being caring and patient, make them feel more comfortable when they are struggling or have doubts, and really making difference at a time like when they are missing their friends and interaction time is limited. It really makes a difference. From a parent. Andy Rivera is out there. He wants to shout out to thank you to all the teachers. So thank you, Andy Rivera, for acknowledging the great work our teachers are doing throughout the year. So thank you, Andy. Next one. Delma Sanchez. When my mom would take me for my lunch, I always enjoyed seeing her. All these ladies always had a smile on their face, regardless of the weather. They were always happy to serve us. Miss Delma, we think you are amazing. Mrs. Delma is the cafeteria manager, I believe, at Intermediate School, and she's doing an amazing job. And so, like I said, these acknowledgments are for anybody in the school district. Okay, Sammy Solis, thank you for always keeping up with my grades and keeping me accountable for what I need to do in school. From a student. Good job, Coach Solis. Melissa Clifton, she goes the extra mile for her kids, and I know the kids love her for it. Melissa is such a loving, caring person. From a community member. Mrs. Clifton does go above and beyond for our students, and she's a team player, and anytime we need help in another area, whether it's transportation or another district, she helps out. Good job, Miss Clifton. Catherine Estrada, again, another colleague, an amazing teacher and teammate. Our students are blessed to have her. Thank you very much. Ella Gonzalez, she is a person filled with love and courage and respects and believes in her athletes and students. Coach Gonzalez has had a positive impact on me. Good job, Coach Gonzalez. Michael Poulos, taking care of our students' athletes' physical health, helping with COVID testing when needed. Loves his job and loves his school. Good job, Coach Poulos. Another Fort Stockton person. Christine Enchasti. Miss Christine Enchasti has gone above and beyond this year. With a teacher shortage in her grade level, she has worked hard to provide a good education to both virtual and face-to-face students. Her hard work and efforts have not gone unnoticed. Thank you, Ms. Enchosti, for everything you do for the students at Alamo Elementary, from a colleague. Good job, Ms. Enchosti. Myra Mata, an amazing teacher and teammate. Our students are blessed to have her as a colleague. Thank you, Mrs. Mata. Iris Muniz, a wonderful receptionist. All are welcomed and assisted. A great first contact for our campus, from a colleague. Good job, Iris. Abby Hernandez has always had great communication skills with me when my son is not feeling well, when she is in constant contact with me asking how he's doing. She always answers any questions I have in a timely manner and the best of her ability. Good job, Mrs. Hernandez, from a parent. Rebecca Huffman, an amazing teacher and teammate. Our students are blessed to have her. She's a very effective math teacher. Thank you very much, Mrs. Huffman. Christian Ozier, excellent teacher to my son, from a parent. Oh, that's Christina Ozier. Sorry. Abby Hernandez again. Ms. Hernandez has been great with my daughter, and we've been very pleased with her relationship with us while participating in virtual classes. Keep up your hard work, Ms. Hernandez. We appreciate you. You do know that when it's all caps, that means someone's saying a little bit louder. That's why I said it like that. So, from a parent, thank you, Mrs. Hernandez. Lizette Guerrero, a wonderful secretary, helps teachers and staff with any and all administrative issues, from a colleague. Mrs. Guerrero, thank you very much. Christine Enchosti again. Miss Enchosti, thank you for helping my daughter with her virtual classes and always being so understanding. You truly make Bree science and math so exciting and fun. You're a great science math teacher. Thank you very much, from a parent. Dorina Heflin, she's been in my 3 children's lives, and they all have very good memories of her being a very good teacher, from a parent. Thank you, Mrs. Heflin. Taylor Little. Miss Little is a 3rd grade virtual and face-to-face teacher at Alamo Elementary. During the first of the year, Miss Little volunteered to help with the virtual teaching well. She quickly started to research and come up with creative ways to help the students learning online from home. She realized that the students at home would not have access to handheld pieces that would be needed to help with her reading and math. She worked tirelessly to create simulated handheld pieces to send home for her virtual students. She is also continues to research and figure out ways to simplify learning for her virtual students. For these reasons, I am grateful for everything Miss Little has done to help make this a productive year for all of her students at Alamo. From a colleague, thank you, Mrs. Little. Michael Polis. Michael is a first year as our assistant athletic trainer. He has taken to the job well and performed above expectation during the football, volleyball, basketball season. However, one of the best contributions has been the COVID-19 testing facilitated for the district, in particular athletics. Michael has learned the process, has been very capable in the testing procedures. He is more than willing to drop everything at a moment's notice to ensure the safety of our team's coaching staff. He has worked hard after hours and weekends without extra incentives. We are more than proud of his efforts, and I, for one, truly think he deserves a special recognition, from a colleague. Connie Villarreal does a great job with our LEP students. That's language English proficient students. The students who are struggling with the English language, and just struggling students as well. So, from a colleague. Amanda Urias, very understanding and goes above and beyond for her employees. I'm extremely grateful for her as a boss, from a colleague. Sylvia Bernal. Mrs. Bernal is a very passionate and helpful teacher. She makes sure that her students and peers get the very best for her. She is currently making sure that her students are progressing to a 3rd grade reading level. Ms. Bernal is also helping a first-year teacher become her personal best. I appreciate what Ms. Bernal does for her students, for our students and our staff every single day, from a colleague. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bernal. Miss Abby Hernandez again. Miss Abby Hernandez has gone above and beyond this year with a teacher short in her grade level. She has worked hard to provide a good education to both virtual and face-to-face students. Her hard work and efforts have not gone unnoticed. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, for everything you do for the students at Alamo Elementary, from a colleague. Bridget Kelly. Ms. Kelly is always going above and beyond for all the students and staff at Alamo. She truly loves what she does. Ms. Kelly teaches virtual and face-to-face 3rd grade. She searches for effective ways to keep her students engaged. From stickers to flour on her face, she will try anything to push her students to get to the correct answer and retain the knowledge she has given them. She enjoys sharing her research and creativity to teachers and staff here at Alamo. For those reasons and many more, I am grateful to be able to work with Mrs. Kelly. From a colleague. Good job, Miss Kelly. Jeanette Ibarra. Miss Jeanette Ibarra is an aide at Alamo Elementary. She is without a doubt a team player. One day Alamo was short on subs. Miss Ibarra quickly came up with an idea to switch her lunchtime to be able to help out with the lunch duty. This is only one example of many times that Miss Ibarra goes above and beyond to help out when Alamo is in need. Thank you so much for all your things you do, Miss Ibarra, from a colleague. Paul Casillas. He got free lunches for all the kids, so no one has to pay for the lunches anymore. Good job, Paul. And so shout out to him for providing meals, breakfast and lunch, by the way, to our all our students at Fort Stockton ISD, helping out in a time when we needed it the most. So shout out to Paul Casillas for that. I agree. Linda Chavez. Miss Chavez was able to listen to my concerns and take immediate action. She did her job in making a middle school a safe environment for all students. All right, good job. Shout out to Miss Chavez, the principal at Fort Stockton Middle School, from a parent. Cheyenne Hall. She's a wonderful teacher who is always encouraging and reaching out to notify us of our daughter's progress. She is great, from a parent. Shout out to Cheyenne Hall. Lily Forrest. She is easy to understand when she gives us instruction. She is nice to us. It is easy to grasp the idea of the lesson with her. From a student. Shout out Mrs. Forrest. Good job. Omar Guerrero. I was in his class before Christmas and had to leave. He was a good teacher. I really liked singing, and he was showing me how to control my voice and read music. He's a fun teacher. Thank you, Mr. Guerrero, from a student. Elva Rodriguez. She's always so quick to assist my child. She helps him exceed and do his very best. She makes him see that he is capable of learning and doing well in school. She's very friendly, and we're so thankful for her and all the help she gives all the students. From a parent. Raquel Michnik. Miss Michnik helped my daughter overcome her struggles with math. She also showed her how to find different avenues to aid her with her difficulties, and the years went on. Miss Michnik always believed in Caitlin and never gave up on her. To this day, she checks up on her at college. From a parent. Thank you very much, Michnik, for all the things you do in our schools. We do appreciate you, and we're with you 100%. Elva Rodriguez. She works in Panther Express department as a virtual. Okay, let me start all over. I'm so sorry. She works in Panther Express department. And then I have to pause. That's what those 3 periods mean. As a virtual learner. I've been at home for almost a year due to COVID-19, and I regularly attend night school. She is a person I look forward to seeing because she plays soft music for us to listen to while we work. And I've cherished all those memories because she is some of the only outside interaction I get that isn't family related or anything like that. She's motivation for me to finish high school, and I thank her for that. Thank you for continuing to employ such a warm-hearted soul. Shout out to Mrs. Elva Rodriguez for helping our students always. And you know what, Elva, I just learned something. I guess I should be playing soft music while I'm reading these things. It probably makes it a little bit better. So I learned something. Shout out. Thank you very much from a student and all of the other students at Fort Stockton High School. All right, Laura Galleros, Mrs. Galleros. Laura has always helped me and others become a better educator by showing me ways to explain the material to the students. I have personally observed Laura speak one-on-one to a student in privacy when she feels a student is lacking effort. I believe her hard work and commitment makes a really big difference in the lives of our students. Shout out to Mrs. Galleros from a colleague. Thank you, Mrs. Galleros. Mike Peters. Mike Peters is the athletic director, and he goes above and beyond for all the athletes in sports. I see him working 6 to 7 days a week and make sure he supports all sports, and all sports are taken care of. He's not only the AD to all kids, but a big role model. Every time I see a student approach Mike, I see the kid's face light up with a big smile. I always hear kids say, "There is Coach, there's Coach. Let's go say hello to him." Coach never gives up on any kid. He's always encouraging kids, whether it is off or on the field or court. I think Coach Peters has made a big impact on all the athletes and coaches since he's arrived in Fort Stockton ISD. Coach has a big heart and pushes his coaching staff and athletes to give 100% in everything they do. Mike is the biggest motivator and cheerleader to all his staff and kids, I see even more exciting things happening in sports, and Coach Peters at FSISD. This is an amazing person. Thank you, Coach Peters, for all you do in our community. Shout out to Coach Peters from a colleague. Reba Subia. Reba has been an asset through this pandemic. She's attended in sporting events and has helped with videoing the Facebook live feeds. That has been awesome for so many of us who are not able to attend events, especially the ones that are unable to attend the event due to their circumstance. Shout out to Reba Subia from a colleague. Michael Poulos. Coach Poulos has done amazing things as a Fort Stockton ISD trainer. He is ready for the kids and ready to help in any way possible. Coach recently received training for COVID screening, has done amazing. If you call Coach anytime to come do screening, he's there at a heartbeat, ready to serve FSISD. If it's during the weekend, he still reports ASAP. That is the most unselfish and caring training I have ever met. Thank you, Coach Poulos from a colleague. Angela Lujan. Even in her own personal time, she's still 100% there for her students. Shout out, Mrs. Lujan, for all the work you do in our schools, from a parent. Miss Michnik. She works with so many kids in every department. Good job, Miss Michnik. We do appreciate your help in working with all our kids. Reba Subia. Reba goes above and beyond when it comes to technology. This young lady is ready to help anyone in need. Anytime anyone asks if someone knows how to do this and that, and there sure is, the answer would be Reba does. This lady is very talented and helpful to all campuses and departments everywhere I turn. I see Reba working on something, whether it is technology or not. She's always helping somebody. I know when I call on her for cheerleading stuff, videos, or music, she helps out without hesitation, and we would be lost without her. Reba is a great asset to FSISD. Thank you, Reba, for all you do, from a colleague. Angela Lujan, super patient and loving with Angel and has taken the time to know him and the rest of her students. I love it. Thank you very much, Angela, from a parent. Tiffany Tapp, she's always so caring and mindful of Angel. My son says if the nurse was a class, she was a teacher, she'd be his favorite. Thank you, Nurse Tapp, from a parent. Ramona Martinez. Miss Martinez always has a positive attitude. She leads by example and has a profound enjoyment and a genuinely loving heart for her bus riders. She cares deeply for each student and is a joy to see how her students respond and respect her as their bus driver. Shout out to Mona Martinez, a wonderful bus driver here in Fort Stockton ISD, from a colleague. Elva Rodriguez. She helped my daughter get her work done and made her feel happy about it. She felt more confident about herself when she was done working with her, and I look forward to my daughter working with her more. Miss Rodriguez is great and deserves Miss Rodriguez is great and deserves recognition from a parent. And that is the last slide of my show that I have. So, again, thank you very much. That was about 23 minutes. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and hopefully I didn't cut into a lot of people's lunches and things like that, but I felt it would be a good thing to end our Friday with, recognizing a lot of great people in our district, a lot of great people out there. And as I mentioned, there's so many great people who've done so many great things, especially in this week and since this whole school year started. Whether it's the hospital working to get vaccines, whether it's the county and the city and TxDOT and all these people who are doing things to just provide what we need for our community. The merchants, the businesses, everybody's come together to make a year better than what we've had. And hopefully 2021, it started out a little cold, a little freezing, but you know what? We can always get better at doing things. So shout out to all you people out there. Perla, someone says she loves this. Frankie, thumbs up. Miss Sanchez, great teachers, thank you. So Miss Barragon, you're welcome. I appreciate your help. Thank you for keeping us informed and safe. Sure thing, Miss Barragon. So with that being said, it's been about 25 minutes. Please be safe. Stay warm this weekend. Hopefully everybody, all the kids will be back in school on Monday. I had two sets of parents stop and say, hey, you know, I need school to start. My kids drive me crazy. And then, or, you know, you need to keep kids at home. And it's tough running school, but you know what? We do the very best we can. And we do appreciate everybody's patience. And we do appreciate you for being with us here today. With that being said, thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Please be safe. If you need anything, please contact your campuses and let them know. Have a good day.